If Venus is misunderstood today, it is partly because we have forgotten the world it once was. Ancient Venus was not born in a fire. Before it became a furnace wrapped in clouds of acid and heat, it may have been strikingly different. A planet with oceans that shimmered under gentle sunlight, clouds that carried refreshing rainfall, and shorelines carved by calm waves. Geological clues suggest that Venus had enough water to form shallow seas, perhaps covering large portions of its early surface. In those primordial epochs, Venus may have been warm, wet, and astonishingly Earth-like. But as the sun slowly brightened over billions of years, Venus absorbed more heat. Its oceans evaporated. Water vapor, a powerful greenhouse gas, filled the atmosphere and trapped more warmth, accelerating the runaway cycle. Over time, the remaining water molecules were split by solar radiation, and hydrogen escaped into space. The last remnants of its oceans vanished silently, leaving behind nothing but scorched rock and ghostly geological traces. Today, any evidence of that lost water lies buried beneath volcanic plains and fractured crusts, like hieroglyphs erased by time. When we look at Venus now, glowing softly in the morning sky, we see only its final form, not the story of how it arrived there. In truth, Venus carries the memory of what might have been a habitable world, one that diverged from Earth's path due to subtle, cascading changes in climate and atmosphere. Its tragedy is not only what it became, but how close it once was to being our second cradle of life. To understand Venus, we must step into its atmosphere, a realm so extreme that it behaves in ways unlike any other planet. High above the surface, the winds blow with unimaginable speed, racing around the planet in a phenomenon known as superrotation. These winds complete a full circumnavigation of Venus in just 4 Earth days, whipping the clouds into a global vortex that never sleeps. Meanwhile, the planet below rotates so slowly that a single day lasts longer than its year. This contradiction, fast winds over a painfully sluggish surface, creates one of the greatest atmospheric enigmas in planetary science. No one fully understands how superrotation began or how it sustains itself. Some theories suggest that solar heating of the upper atmosphere sets the winds into motion. Others propose that waves of pressure and temperature move through the Venusian atmosphere like musical rhythms, reinforcing the winds again and again. Still others point to the planet's peculiar rotation as the source of the imbalance. But whatever the explanation, the effect is extraordinary. Venus's atmosphere spins 60 times faster than its solid body. This creates conditions that are as breathtaking as they are violent. At the poles, swirling vortices resembling enormous hurricanes twist in mesmerizing patterns. At the equator, thick cloud decks sweep past at jet stream speeds. And all around the planet, ultraviolet absorbers, whose identities remain mysterious, paint dark streaks across the clouds like brushstrokes on a cosmic canvas. Venus's winds remind us that even familiar forces like atmosphere and climate can take on alien lives of their own when placed under extreme conditions. What seems impossible on Earth becomes normal on Venus, a world where the air itself moves faster than the ground can follow. Beneath the winds lies another mystery: the chemistry of Venus's atmosphere, a swirling cauldron of complex and sometimes inexplicable reactions. The clouds contain sulfur dioxide, sulfuric acid, and droplets so corrosive they could dissolve metal in minutes. Yet between these layers are regions with surprising stability. The upper cloud decks are cool, temperate, and dense with chemicals that interact in ways we do not yet fully understand. Some compounds absorb ultraviolet light with peculiar efficiency, forming dark streaks across the atmosphere that scientists have struggled to explain for decades. No known chemical matches their exact behavior, leaving open possibilities that range from exotic minerals to, controversially, potential biological pigments. Below, in the middle atmosphere, photochemical reactions churn continuously, producing layers of haze that filter sunlight in unusual ways. Invisible to the naked eye, these reactions generate heat, redistribute energy, and create atmospheric dynamics that ripple across the entire planet. Each chemical layer behaves like a separate world with its own personality, its own rhythms, and its own mysteries. And beneath it all, the lower atmosphere becomes a pressure cooker, dense, suffocating, and clenched under a weight 90 times stronger than Earth's air. This strange chemistry challenges our understanding of planetary atmospheres. Venus reminds us that alien worlds are not constrained by the rules of our own. They evolve according to their own histories, their own balances, and their own accidents of fate. The complexity of Venus's clouds is not a flaw in our models. It is a sign that the universe is more creative than our theories often assume. Despite its hostility, Venus is on the brink of becoming one of the most intensely studied worlds in the solar system. After decades of silence, the scientific community is turning its gaze back toward this enigmatic neighbor. New missions from NASA and the European Space Agency promise to pierce the mystery with advanced instruments designed to survive, measure, and reveal what earlier probes could not. The Da Vinci mission will plunge through the atmosphere, sampling its chemistry layer by layer as it descends toward the surface. Veritas and Envision will map the planet's geology with unprecedented detail, searching for signs of past oceans, ancient continents, and active volcanoes. These missions mark a shift in our relationship with Venus. No longer do we see it simply as a dead world or a cautionary tale. We now see it as a laboratory for understanding planetary evolution, climate change, and the delicate interplay of forces that determine whether a planet becomes habitable or hostile. Venus may hold clues to why Earth is stable while other worlds falter. It may reveal the fate of Earth-like planets orbiting other stars. And it may help us understand the boundaries of life, whether biological, chemical, or something entirely unexpected. As we prepare to return to Venus, we confront its deception with humility and curiosity. We go not as conquerors, nor as explorers chasing fantasies, but as students seeking truth. And in the furnace of Venus's atmosphere, we may discover not only the secrets of our sister planet, but insights that reshape our understanding of worlds across the galaxy. In the end, Venus stands as a planet of contradictions, beautiful yet deadly, familiar yet alien, Earth's twin yet Earth's cautionary opposite. It is a world of extremes sculpted by delicate physics, chaotic history, and the unpredictable flow of planetary destiny. Venus challenges our assumptions, defies our expectations, and insists that we look deeper than surface appearances. It deceives, yes, but only because we underestimated the complexity of the universe. Venus is misunderstood because we wanted it to be simple, because we wanted it to be Earth-like, because we looked at its beauty and imagined peace instead of chaos. But the true nature of Venus is far richer, more intricate, and more profound. It is a world that asks us to step beyond simplicity and embrace the full spectrum of what a planet can be. The lessons Venus offers are timeless. Worlds change, climates shift, beauty can conceal danger, and even the brightest objects in the sky can hide the deepest mysteries. Venus is not a lie. It is a revelation, one we are only beginning to understand. A world of fire wrapped in a veil of light. A sister we misjudged. A planet that still has more to teach us than we can yet imagine.